Boredom is another source of spontaneity. Again, talking about the gaps. We are chronically overstimulated. The gaps are shrinking and shrinking. The modern world is over-entertained and fed stuff. We could be constantly entertained, constantly consume stuff, and there's never any real reason to be bored, in the sense of having the space in our minds to ask, what could I do with this? What could I do with this moment? What could I do in this gap? What can I do with this object? We hold most things with the question, what can this do for me? And there's a subtle difference there, but it places the onus on the object to entertain us. It says, okay, I'll buy this thing. What's it going to do for me? As opposed to having something in front of us and saying, oh, what could I do with this? What could I do with this? That leads us down creative avenues. It helps us to, or it provides space for us to connect ideas together, to see what might come as we go. Creative mistakes are another source of spontaneity. Rather than saying, well, that's ruined if we make a mistake, to flow with it, to integrate it into the work somehow, to ask, how can I make this part of what I'm doing? We talked about this with blemishes and stains in a painting, for example, like maybe a tea stain. You put a cup of tea down. I don't know why you do that, but if you put a cup of tea down on your work and you realize, oh, whoops, and it's like, okay, that's now a part of this painting. How can I integrate that? Again, in a chronically perfectionistic world that's afraid of failure, the gently rebellious thing to do is to go with the flow of failure and to see where it takes us. Listen to so many well-regarded artists across different forms, and they will talk about this as sort of like integral to their creativity. Not something they necessarily seek out, but something that they always just flow with. They absorb as part of the process. Talk about how happy accidents and the fact that, something went on to be an iconic feature in a piece of work actually emerged from a complete mess up. That was a mistake that then led to, okay, what can I do with this? A sort of faulty bulb that made an eerie atmosphere in a scene in a film, or a wrong note that was played in a piece of music that then was like, oh, hello. Or a singer forgetting his lines, Frank Sinatra. There's countless examples of spontaneity and creativity through mistakes, happy accidents.